What is going on, guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and are you looking for defense in Madden 24? Well, look no further. Today's video, we're going to be bringing you the defense that brought John Beast the Madden championship, taking home his share of $125,000 in the latest Madden tournament. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below on anything that you guys want to see on the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys can never miss a video, especially bangers like this one. And if you guys have nothing to comment, we'll just comment FTA because it stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. And this is definitely... This was sad. You guys, like, FTA squad, FTA game, we got to be better. We got to, let's turn up on this one. But today's video, we're going to be going over the best defense in Madden 24. This is the defense that all of the competitive players are currently running. They're currently running this with a mix of dollar and a mix of dime. And I've already put both of those kind of defenses on the channel. So in this video, we're going over this one specifically. And you can find the 4-3-6-1. That's exactly what we're going to be going over in these playbooks specifically. Now, side note, I personally like coming out in the New England Patriots playbook simply because it has a cover 2 in that playbook, just so that if I need to switch my defense, that is going to be where the defense actually gets switched to. So all the other playbooks do not have a cover 2. So I'm currently in the Kansas City Chiefs playbook, which means I don't have a cover 2, which means I'm bringing you guys exactly how most players are currently running this defense. Now let's start off with personnel. So for personnel, I will leave a link in the description where you guys can find the specific way to put safeties and cornerbacks at your outside linebacker position and at your user. But in this point in time in Madden Ultimate Team, they just dropped more lurk artists in the game, which they happen to be some of the best players in the game, hands down. They pretty much pick off anything that comes in their area, and that's exactly what I have. I have 3 of those. But to make it so that your defense is 10 times better, in these positions here, your defensive end positions, I recommend that you guys go ahead and get you pretty much outside linebackers to put in this position. So right now, for my Madden Ultimate Team, I have a God squad. I have a dog squad. So we got Judon here. We've got Khalil Mack there with 87 and 88 speed. I believe we got Hicks with lurk artist. We got Anthony Walker with lurk artist. We have Dave Robinson with lurk artist. It's the best ability in the game. It's 1 AP for pretty much tip drill, super aggressive catches from the defense, and it just makes your life 10 times easier. So for personnel, that is what you're going to want to have. And for your defensive backs, I recommend that you get guys that are very, very good at running zone coverage. So right now I have Paul Krause, Amani Hooker, Derwin James, and Isaiah Polamau, all new players, all very, very good. So let's head over to coaching adjustments. You're going to want to have your auto flip on off. Then you're going to want to have your auto alignment set to base. And this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky for some of you guys, because some of you guys don't know what double mabling is. So you're going to set your zone drops, your flats up to 25 to 30. It's going to be between 20 all the way up to 30. I like to keep it right in the middle at 25. And then your curl flats, you're going to go from 0 all the way up to 10. I like to keep it right in the middle, straight at 5. And then you're going to turn on your zone coverage to match. So I'm going to give you guys a shell of how you want to run this defense so that you can stop most of the people that are spamming those kind of routes where it's where they're spamming corner routes, the deep corner routes that professional players all like to run. This is pretty much going to put a stop to all of that if you guys are looking for that kind of defense. So on the offensive side, I'm going to come out in curl flat, one of the best corner routes in the game. It gets above any cloud pretty much. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what you guys need to do to shut down those kind of guys. So we're going to come out in cover 4 quarters. And this is going to be the base defensive setup. So everything is going to be set around this specific kind of defense. And what you're going to want to do, it doesn't matter what kind of defense you're running, man coverage, zone coverage, hybrid coverage, it doesn't matter. This is something that you guys need to do when you coming out in the 4-3-6-1 is pinch your D line and then crash them down every single time. This is something that you guys have to do, is pinch and crash them down. For those of you guys who are new to the game, to pinch your D-line, you press left on the directional pad and then down on the left stick. And then to crash them down, you're going to press left on the directional pad again, and then move the right stick down. As you can see, it says slant inside. This is going to make it so that the pressure comes from the interior, and it's almost unblockable. You end up getting disengage block. So after that, you're going to want to take your user, put him in a blitzing angle, and then you're going to hover and make sure that you see the little icon above your user. You have to make sure that you see the little icon there. You have to make sure of that. And if you don't, you're not going to get the proper sheds. And then after that, once the play starts, you take your user, kind of crash him down a little bit, and then and then immediately dart straight back up and guard whatever route that you are trying to guard. So let's see if we can get a nice example here. Now, it didn't happen here. Well, it kind of happened where we ended up getting a disengage. But as you can see, the pressure from the interior sometimes is a little bit too much for people to handle. So that is the base of the defense. After that, you guys can sit there and set up your defense however it is that you guys want. You guys want to man up certain people and run a coverage like this. Perfect. That's perfectly fine. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you guys are looking to do, that is going to be fine. But this is the main portion of this defense, is making sure that the pressure that you're sending is coming through. And as you can see, everything is pretty much clamped up. Square was open, but it's because I manned everybody up. But that's the start of the defense. Now, double mabling out of this defense is a very, very important thing that everybody needs to know how to do. And to double mabel is you pretty much have a purple zone and a blue zone, a light blue zone, excuse me, on the same side of the field with a deep blue zone heading behind that. Now, what that does, that's going to make sure that they can't throw those short routes without getting tackled quick, and they can't throw over the top of your defenders pretty much without having a defender out there to go pretty much crazy. So let's go ahead and pinch our line and double mabel that right side. So this is what a double mabel is going to look like. You're going to have this outside guy out here. You're going to have your cornerback in a blue, and then you're going to have that deep zone coverage to sit there and help for anything that needs to be going over the top. This left side, you don't really have to worry about too much because, again, we're just trying to stop the corner routes, the deep corners that are going over the top. But this route right here, this zone right here is going to help with anybody that's coming over that other side of the field. So let's go ahead and run this play one time just to show you guys exactly what it looks like. And this is even with the deep blue going over towards the side here. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to actually take these guys and I'm going to put one in a spy. So hopefully we get pressure just sending the three people. So again, we're going to hover above, make sure that green little icon is there, and we're going to sit there and we're going to try to get that disengage. And as you can see, the pressure gets home sending three. And this is where the defense goes even crazier. So let me show you guys the instant replay real quick. So as you can see, the defense gets home, sending three people. Why? Because we end up getting a disengage where he ends up just bulldozing right through. Everything else, this is the only thing that we didn't guard, but this is something that our user has to be accounted for because we're not even focusing on anything over here. But as you can see, the underneath route, if he throws that, he gets a gain of about 2 yards. We're not mad at that at all. If they throw this over the top, our guy is going to play that. And then it's too close to the end zone here to where this guy will end up breaking off and going ahead and trying to play that with this guy himself. So that helps tremendously. Now, another thing that you guys need to note when you guys are running some kind of a cover 2 and your zone drops are, to the 20 mark, the 25 mark, 30 mark, you have to make sure that your cornerback is backed up. I'm going to show you guys the exact reason why. This is a pressed 25-yard cloud flat, and I'm going to make sure that these guys are over here. So that's a pressed 20-yard cloud flat. And look at the result on this. Easy touchdown. So you guys have to make sure that if you guys are double mabling with that cornerback being out there, that you're taking this guy and you're keeping him backed up. So even if you press, you want to take that guy and back him up yourself, or either auto adjust with your quick adjustments and adjust in that way. This is going to help whenever you see three receivers on the field. These three guys right here, You want to make sure that you're double mabling one side, and then your user has to account for everything else. Now, to make this defense even better against passers, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take one of these guys here, and you're going to man him up to either the tight end or the running back. This is something that during one of the plays where TJ threw an interception during the John Beast game, this guy here was manned up to the running back. The running back was on a wheel, excuse me, English is hard, but the running back was on a wheel route, and he ended up getting an interception simply because of where the guy ended up being. He ended up getting burnt by the running back, and then TJ made a bad read, and the guy that was manned up to the running back was able to click off and get an interception, a swatted pass or a pick. I don't remember what it was, but he ended up getting a turnover on downs because he was absolutely clamped up. This is going to be the difference maker in your running back being able to run some kind of a hitch route or anything like that. You're always going to have people on everybody. It's going to be a body on body every single time. It doesn't matter if you're manning up the right side, the left side. So this defense right here is going to work wonders for you. A cover 2 shell with your quarter flats out there, with your cloud flats going absolutely crazy, and then the pressure coming in is going to make it so that your opponent has such a hard time getting anything going. So example number 1, boom, everything clamped. I'm guarding the O route. Everything is bagged up. Most players aren't going to be able to stop this. And then you're going to get the certain people who are going to go, oh man, but the seams were open and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's when you end up taking one of these outside linebackers here that are in your defensive end positions and putting them out going out towards the flat. So now our offense on the outside here, on that double Mabel side, now the verts aren't the seams aren't open at all. Why? Because now we ended up putting a vert hook with our user here. Not our user, but this outside linebacker here. And now everything is absolutely clamped up on that left side. So now if they do try to throw some kind of a seam pass, everything is clamped up. Look at where everything is bagged up. And I can show that instant replay on so many different plays, and you'll notice the same thing. Everything gets bagged. And you can also do it from the other side. Instead of manning somebody up, you can sit there and put the double Mabel on that right side while having your user be the one that guards either the seam or the streak on that left side, while everything on that right side, while everything on that left side is completely bagged up. This is hands down the best defense in the game. Look at everything is just bagged up. Yes, you have the potential chance to run out of the pocket, and that's something that will sometimes frustrate you, but the disengage is so powerful that it's going to frustrate your opponent as much as possible. Now, before I get out of here, because this is the easiest, it's not the easiest, but it is the hardest defense to go against now because of how random the pressure is. There's a lot of people who struggle against those kind of RPOs that are in the game. So let's just call this RPO Zone Alert just so I can show you guys how to shut them down. Well, the answer is pretty simple. Every single RPO is drawn up with this inside guy being the guy that they throw to. The one that goes towards the outside receiver never works like people want it to. So people really don't stress out about that. But if they are trying to throw this, as you can see, our man's right there every single time. You just have to make sure that you're taking that guy and you're manning him up. But you guys have to be cautious, because at the same time, if you don't adjust those guys that are on that left side, you're going to end up putting yourself in such a bad position, because the curl flat, if you leave the curl flat out there, you will end up getting exposed on that RPO and he won't end up playing it. As you can see, if we got a better animation there on the throw, he would have literally got clamped up there. So let me actually show you guys exactly what it looks like if we get a better throw there. And as you can see, that's 5 yards there, and that's going to be frustrating for you guys. So if you guys see those slot receivers and someone starts like throwing RPOs and stuff like that, your best option is to take one of these outside linebackers and man him up. And then from the other side, make sure that you guys have your clouds, your flats out there to help with any kind of pass coverage. And then your assignment with your user is to pretty much go back up there and try to help guard anything that's going towards that left side, because that is where the majority of the receivers are. So if they're running crossers, you're going to make sure that you're guarding that. If they're running like hitches or curls, that's your assignment to pretty much guard, because your your light blue is going to be out there pretty much going too far deep to actually slow down these kind of offenses. But again, if they're trying to go with the RPO, you're going to have too many bodies out there with that guy being manned up, and you're going to absolutely clamp down. This is the best defense in Madden 24, and it's all simply based off of getting a 3-man disengaged shed. So let's send it one more time actually, let me run a passing play, but we're going to send it one more time just so we can try to get a shed here. And as you can see, 3-man pressure, it gets home so often, and it's so frustrating for good players to not have any time to actually throw in the pocket. So I'm gonna get out of here. This is how I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna end it with the disengage. Look at how he came in. And if you guys want some proof of the defense working absolutely beautifully, let's see if we got one here. This is how we're gonna end it. I don't even know what happened here, but I'm just gonna assume that I ended up getting some kind of interception. Come on, man. Everything gets clamped up, and you guys could do this too. Just use this whole the exact defense that I just showed is exactly what just happened. This is probably another example that I can give you guys. Run defense, it's there, easy. He's throwing it, doesn't matter. We're there. The defense goes absolutely crazy. I'm actually gonna rewind this, and this is how I'm gonna end it. Again, the defense is exactly what I just showed you guys. Boom, and then our lurk artist, our safety, whoever we have there, goes absolutely nuts, and we end up getting an interception. This is the best defense in Madden 24. Use it, hop on the field with it. Let me know how it works for you guys. Let me know how you guys are rocking with it if you guys are already using it, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.